Nisargadatta Maharaj says, death of the mind is the birth of wisdom. Now, what mind is he talking about? He is talking about the thinking mind, the mind that is concerned with an outcome, the mind that thinks it is separate from the rest, the mind that believes that it is a limited entity with name and form and which lives in continuous separation with the nature, with its surrounding, and with everything else. What Maharaj says is that you can let your body live, but you can let the mind die. Observe that the death of the mind, the ego mind, the mind that thinks it is separate. And that brings a lot of relief, because thinking mind is continuously identified with a future projection of becoming or unbecoming. That mind creates the notion that I can become better through sadhana and certain practices. I can end my guilt, my shame, my conditioning through certain means. But the whole notion that one is separate is itself the root of all problems. So Maharaj says that let the mind die and let the body continue to do whatever it's doing. In other words, we accept that there is no separate doer, but that everything is happening as per the nature's intelligence. So if, let's say, you, the human organism, is conditioned and programmed in a certain way, you can still continue to act and react according to your conditioning in daily life, but you do not create any guilt or shame for your actions, because no actions are your actions. It is only the separate self or the mind that condones, that criticizes, that creates self-doubt, that creates conflict. I am like this and I should not be like this. I am reactive, I am impulsive, I am impatient, I am not compassionate, I feel angry. So much doubt, so much self-criticism, so much feeling of unworthiness this ego mind, the thinking mind, creates for itself. And Maharaj says that you are the creator, and you are the enjoyer, and you are the destroyer of your life. So the essential message here to understand is that it is not you who is living life, but life is being lived through you. And once that is clear, there is usually no conflict. There may be challenging situations, there may be challenging emotions to deal with time and again, but those emotions are a part of the body. They are part of the natural biological organism's conditioning, which has got nothing to do with you. You who thinks you are the separate entity, you who thinks you are separate from the rest. And Nisargadatta Maharaj says that give up that thought. Just drop that thought that you are separate, that you are the mind. You are not the mind. And when that understanding settles within the organism becomes creative and spontaneous. The organism drops the concern with the future outcome. It drops the concern with becoming or unbecoming, good, bad, whatever it is, whatever the notion that you carry for yourself. So let the death of the mind give rise to the wisdom. Not your wisdom, but wisdom of the universe.